young Aussie, J.Vaughan, a rookie on the CT this year. This should be a lot of fun. Two of the most exciting young additions to the Tour, Vaughan. Definitely front of mind once again. We'll come back to that point in a moment. It's going to be Crosby getting things started here. The Californian straight up into it. Whips through that first carve. Maintains a whole lot of speed so he can dig in down the line. Banking again in the pocket. Chasing a finish down the line. Whips that ball
out of the lip there, and Cros on the inside. He gets moving along this face. Slashes out of the top. Wants to keep that drive. A little bit of downtime. Another in-between turn. And then throws the tail on the end. So he'll make a little statement.
That nose just pivots around it and gets the finish. And J.Vaughan right behind him. Throws his board up. It's almost a similar kind of exchange to what we saw from Imai and Geordie in that last heat. We'll look at the replay of Joel and see what he did on the outside here.
He gets off to a flying start, lays back off the top. Speed check, that turn there, venomous. Pretty good about where they're at. Speaking to Tommy Whitaker down there before, he's like, yeah, no, it's like, it's a part of the game, mate. It's like, just think of Origin in the dying minutes, you know? Everything's just, the screw keeps turning, the pressure keeps building. How will you respond?
So just on 15 minutes to go, Crosby finds some room on the inside, loading up. Kicks the fins, gets them above the lip for a moment, gets the rotation in.
You know, there's so much intent. He just fangs down the line. First jam was just super speedy, loads up, hucks the fins.
Oh, he's going to pass it up. Crosby's going to take a shot at it. Loads up some speed, may not have a whole lot of room down the line, so he's going to take flight. Great rotation, clean finish.
You can see the gust of on offshore here as Crosby loads up, flies into it. A big hug, holding out down the line.
Let's see what he can do. Looking for a reply. Nice hit there, chasing this wave a little bit. And it stretches out and he doesn't get to a final section for those rotations. Let's see what Joel did on the outside, Vaughan.
So big slice to open things up. Bit of a check turn really, the high line. And as he flew down through this bit, that snap was cool. You know, he timed that well, but there was just no chance for...
Well, that might not, but this certainly could. This is a good-looking wave. It seems to have a good pace to it. And Crosby meets that first section with great timing and, again, just puts that board on rail. We'll mix things up as he moves through to the inside now, floating down the line, punching through the lip. Gets a nice combo, slightly mistimed on the final hit, but rides out of it anyway.
Crosby has found rhythm in this heat as he takes off. And he'll put the rails to work here. This turn, slice. Back towards the power, jams it off the top. And just down the line speed here. It's all a bonus after those big turns out the back. Even adds a little bit of flair and will ride out.
This is a huge opportunity. This is the biggest wave that we've seen in this heat. Board sitting nicely on the water. First turn strong, up into the lip. Throws the layback, tries to push it on the tail, but catches the nose and goes down.
Look here at what happened. Yeah, definitely one of the tallest waves we've seen. The first turn, just a really nice slice. And as he starts to load into this section, banks it on the back foot. The nose goes underwater. He can't recover. And you see the expression, the body language midway through the turn. And that was pretty much it. It's been tricky at times as J.Vaughan goes to the air.
Unbelievable. We called it. We knew it was going to come at some point. This guy is just too good above the lip. Thread combos of big rail turns together. You can see them quickly shift their focus to a big air.
And best of all, it fires him up. A big turn to get this one going. Takes off and throws it. The loft, the hang time, impressive from J.Vaughan. And he just is so good at controlling his board. Look at that, no grab. The technique is a marvel.
Sticks a big one. There's been a lot of tipping of the cap to Kelly Slater, who dropped that big rotation on us in the final back in 2012. J.Vaughan up again, trying to get rid of a 4.5 to increase the requirement for Crosby And there's a nice couple of hits.
Almost taking Crosby's lead and just getting busy on these insiders without priority, and it worked for him. A 7.4 with one of the best airs we've seen. And this score is going to be important as he races through onto the inside. He's trying to better a 4.5, and
as Crosby on the outside gets busy, he's after a 5.91. This one stretching out, getting away from him. What kind of work did he do on the outside? We'll see in just a moment.
For quite a while this heat, and it's just hit the boiling point as Crosby now has to fight back into this one.
Solid score, and he is going to survive this heat with Crosby Colapinto, who was in control for 95% of the exchange.